Hare Krishna. So here we are again, carrying on with the Wakey. What is given to us in the Vaishnava teachings is that by the remembrance of the Lord, through the chanting of the holy names, we create a link with the spiritual domain of the Lord himself. Now everyone knows that sounds, vibrations create certain effects. We experience this in music. Sad music makes us sad. Aggressive music makes us aggressive. And the sounds of the name of the Lord, because they are transcendental and not of this world, and are themselves pure, change the nature of our consciousness to a higher vibration, which in itself becomes purifying, cleansing the soul of all the conditioned cells that we have acquired through life's experiences, education, etc. What is nice about the Hare Krishna mantra is that Hare, the word Hare represents the female loving aspect of the Lord, and Krishna, the male aspect of the Lord. So we see here that in this process, the dominant factor is not patriarchal. In fact, the matriarchal aspect comes first, which, for those who understand, gives balance to the male-female aspect of reality. You can't have one without the other, or something like that anyway. God without his loving potency, Radhe, is incomplete. In fact, we are told in the Srimad Bhagavatam and in the stories of Krishna that Krishna's beauty is really brought out through his relationship with Radhe and the gopis. So there you go. Man without woman, incomplete. So I said in the previous video that we were given a way back. Now many people say, but well, why should I serve this God? Well, the choice is yours. You can either serve the material universe, which will in actual fact only bring you old age, disease and death, and return to this world, or perhaps some lower world, depending upon the choices we make. Or we can set our sights, as Pink Floyd said, set the controls for the heart of the sun, which in certain esoteric thinking relates to a via passage to the spiritual world, or we can just set our mind and our hearts directly on the spiritual world, remember our Lord, and he will remember us. When we really love someone, we remember them constantly. We desire to be in their company. And even when we're not in their company, we have the mellow of remembrance, which brings joy to the heart. Om Namo, Om Namo, Hare Krishna. Krishna promises that in service to him, through service to him, we shall be protected. We shall be returned to the spiritual world. Well, if you accept there are other realms and other dimensions, clearly, if the way you choose is not a way of love, but a way of self-grandiosement, then there are realms where we may go on account of such behavior. They can lead us into very demoniac places. In fact, if we look at the world as it is now, because so many people are of the opinion that do what thou wilt is the whole of the law, we have nothing but confusion, wars, greed, selfishness, lack of empathy for other beings, and a complete inability to see that others are, as ourselves, come from the same source as ourselves, and are in fact all related in and through the original consciousness of creation, which is Lord Sri Krishna. Pride of self is rather stupid because we never created ourselves. Just because we think if we've climbed up a ladder and have a wider view of things does not mean that we have become God. Did you create yourself? Did you create your mother? Did you create anything? Oh, you may have cleverly learnt how to use the energies of this world to satisfy your little self, your mortal self, your crumb of reality. You may have learnt how to paint the walls of the box very nicely and how to imprison people. But have you learnt that this world can only be transcended ultimately through the remembrance of God? Mantra we like, well, there's two. There's the one that Babaji has given us, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, and of course is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. You may doubt what I have said, but try chanting and see what happens. Chant and remember the name regularly, and remember that all things are given and created through the power of God, of Lord Sri Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.